authors I love, number one, Bret Easton Ellis. Love Bret's writing. Great at really putting you in a place, creating an atmosphere, creating a mood, creating a tone. Very, very similar vein, not least because Bret was incredibly influenced by her, is Joan Didion. Joan's novel Play It As It Lays, again, is that very LA, laconic, tired, cynical, weary kind of a vibe to it. He was also an amazing non-fiction writer. It's hard to say which is better, a fiction or a non-fiction. Alberto Moravia is one of my favorite books, Content. There was a film made of it, Le Mépris, starring Brigitte Bardot. This is just a beautiful book. It's about a guy who's writing a film script in the 50s. His wife is very, very demanding. She wants this glamorous life. She ends up hooking up with this is no spoilers, she ends up hooking up with the director of the film he's writing. And it's kind of like, it's just so jaded and cynical and tired, but the language is it's just so beautiful. Bright Shiny Morning is a great book by James Fry. All of his books are worth reading. James Fry had a great way of using language to kind of throw you off kilter. He messes around with like punctuation and stuff so that you just get lost in the sentence. Paul Bowles. Paul Bowles lived in Tangier in like the 40s. He writes these wonderfully evocative, atmospherically thick books. Sheltering Sky is probably his most famous book. I've read all of his books. It's all about these like listless expatriate Americans in North Africa who are kind of like rolling around. One of the main characters in this, her name's Kit. That tells you everything you need to know, really. Rolling around and sort of getting up to no good or whatever, but they're all kind of running away from something or hiding from something. I think that's quite common in all of these books, actually. There are people who are running away from things, people who are hiding from things. Last two, Javier Marias. I love Javier Marias, Spanish writer, died a couple of years ago, actually, sadly. I love his books. I read all of his books. Sometimes I hate them when I'm reading them. He writes incredibly long sentences. Like a sentence can be a paragraph, and it has loads of digressions and goes all over the place. But his observations on human nature are just astounding. And lastly, Deborah Levy. Deborah Levy, this is Hot Milk. Again, thick with atmosphere, not a lot of words on the page, but they tell you so much. The thing with all of these books is actually I can't remember what the story is of the book. I just remember the experience of reading them and how they made me feel, which is why I can go back to them again and again and again, because the plot is almost irrelevant. It's the atmosphere, it's the place, it's being there.